orange belt short 1. In this video, I'm going to take you step by step through the first kata that's required, which is short 1. It's made up of 4 sections. Your first section being inward locks. Then your second section is your vertical outwards, followed by the third section of upwards, and then the last section of downward locks. And we'll break it down section by section, and I'll review as we go along. So the first section of the short 1 kata, you start from a neutral stance. Step out the square horse and do your Kenpo salutation and bow back in. You'll do this at the beginning and end of every kata. From here, once you're back into neutral stance, step back left into a fighting stance with a right inward block, making sure you're on a nice heel-toe relationship. Open the feet up, slide straight back. As you close down, a left inward block, making sure you're nice fighting stance. Again, salutation. Inward block, fighting stance, left hand in chamber. Open up, slide straight back, left inward, right chamber, into a fighting stance. Okay, from a different angle. Salutation, step back, inward block, open the stance up, slide straight back, inward block. Okay, again, section 1 from this angle. Salutation, block, and block. Okay, from different angles. Try it from the back. Okay, and then from this angle here for the last angle. Salutation. Step back, inward block, open your stance up, slide back, inward block. That's section 1 of short 1. Okay, now that you've practiced section 1, let's go on to section 2. Section 2 is your vertical outward blocks. So let's review. We started with our salutation, inward block, inward block. Now, at this point, you should be on the 12 to 6 o'clock axis, pretty much facing 3 o'clock. From here, our opponent is coming from 9 o'clock, so we're going to adjust our right foot to 3 o'clock position, going into a fighting stance. As we do so, we want to cover or clear the area to make sure we're not running into a strike. So we're going to clear and then do the vertical outward block. So from inward block to inward block, your first transitional move is stepping forward to 3 o'clock with your right foot as you do a cross body parry, vertical outward block. Then we're going to step straight back to 3 o'clock as we do a cross body parry, vertical outward block. Okay, so this section here starts from our last position of our inward block. Vertical outward block, so we're now facing 9 o'clock. Cross body parry, vertical outward block. Okay, we'll take it from start to finish from this direction. Salutation. Inward block back to 6. Inward block back to 6. Vertical outward. And vertical outward. And that ends section 2. Last view, we'll do it from over here. Salutation. Inward. Inward. Adjust your stance. Vertical outward. Open up. Adjust your stance. Vertical outward. That completes section 2. So practice section 1 and 2 together. When you've got that down, come back and we'll do section 3. Okay, now let's go on to section 3 now that you've practiced the first 2 sections. Let's get back to where we left off. First section was, let's not forget the salutation. back to neutral. Inward block, inward block. Then we had section 2, which we learned our vertical outward to vertical outward. Now, section 3 is our upwards block. Our opponent is now at the 3 o'clock position. So we're going to take our right foot, adjust it about 6 inches forward. We're going to do a right cross-body parry, followed by a left upwards block. Come back, step back, do a left cross-body parry, followed by a right upwards block. Okay, again, we'll do the whole thing up to that point. Salutation, inward block, inward block, vertical outward, vertical outward. Adjust your right foot 6 inches. We have our upwards. Step back, cross body parry, and we have our second upwards for section 3. All right, from a different angle. Let's try it from here so you can see some different positions. Salutation. Inward. Inward for section 1. Vertical outwards for section 2. So our last section we're learning now. Section 3 is our upwards. Okay. Last angle. Salutation. Inward block facing 12. Inward block facing 12. Vertical outwards facing 9. Vertical outwards facing 9. Upwards facing 3. Upwards facing 3. Practice that and then come back and we'll conclude the last section of short 1. Alright, let's finish you up on short 1 and get you done with the last section. Section 4, your downward blocks, your attack will be coming from the 6 o'clock position. So let's get all the way up to where we left off. So we got our salutation. Our first attack's from 12 o'clock. Our second attack is now from the 9 o'clock, so we're going to do vertical outwards. Our third attack is from the 3 o'clock. So we'll do upwards. Our last and final attack in this kata is from the 6 o'clock direction with front snap kick. So we're going to step left towards about 2:30, 12 o'clock. Right downward block. Step straight back. Left downward block. Turn and face where you started. Salutation and close. Okay, one more time. To complete short 1. Salutation, attack from 12 with inwards. Your attack is now from 9. We're going to defend with vertical outwards. Attacks from 3, we'll do a defend with our upwards. Last attack, front snap kicks from 6. Strike down with our downward blocks. Turn and face, inside with a closed salutation. And you've concluded short 1. Let's do this from a different angle so you can see what's going on better. Salutation. Inward block. Inward block. This is still now 12 o'clock. Vertical outwards to 9. Upwards to 3. Downwards to 6. Turn and face 12 and close. Okay? Another angle. Okay, our last angle. Salutation. Inward block. Step back to 6. Inward block. Adjust the face 9. Vertical outward. Vertical outward. Adjust to face 3. Upwards. Cross body parry. Upwards. Adjust to face 6. downward block, step back, downward block, turn and close. And that concludes short one, your first kata, and only one required for orange belt.